Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play East 8 Lacrimosa of Donna. When we last left off, we entered this campsite, we had a bit of a nice sleep, we had a weird vision, and now there's only one thing, or at least one place, left for us to go. We have to head into the deep dark caves of whatever this area is. And boy howdy, am I excited. Wow, would you look at that? What a fascinating place. It looks like it was carved from these cliffs. Looks like a bunch of old coral. Perhaps this used to be a coral reef when this area was completely underwater. You think that's possible? You sure about searching this place? We can end up getting lost here. No, I think we should search this place. You're right. Other castaways may have already gotten lost in here, and this place could lead to other areas of the island. Well, I guess we should search this place if it'll make things easier in the long run. I agree. Let's go. Let's go, we shall. I'll take care of this enemy over here just so I don't get sniped. Which can't happen. This Repleon over here. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Alright. Well, welcome to the very first actual dungeon of the game. Welcome to... hello? Game. There you go. Welcome to the Towering Coral Forest. This dungeon is the perfect gateway to teach you everything about East 8's mechanics, at least in the beginning portions. You're going to be fighting every type of enemy here. You're going to be exploring to your heart's content. There are secrets hidden around the corner. There are so many items that can be found. Sahad is actually a very good character to be using in this dungeon, mainly due to the fact of how many enemies are weak against his type of weapon. And honestly, I love this dungeon so much, and I will talk about how good it is for the entirety of the time we're in here, to be honest. There's ambushes that can happen. There's just a lot of things that'll catch you off guard, and if you're, really careful, or you really kind of understand just how the game moves and works, there's a lot to be done here, and it can be done in a very quick amount of time, or in a very short amount of time, to be honest. You don't need to rush through it. You can take your time, you can explore. Obviously, I pretty much know where I'm going most of the time, so it's not going to be that big of a whole exploration type of deal, but I'm just going to be going everywhere I can. But rest assured, when I first did all these things, I was flabbergasted the first time. And speaking of actually doing this the first time, I played this dungeon before the game even came out. If you don't know, East 8 actually had a demo that released, I believe, a little bit before the game actually released here in North America, or was around the same time. And the demo was the entirety, or at least almost the entirety, of this dungeon. It was massive, and it was the perfect way to showcase just what this game had in store for its players when they purchased it. After playing the demo, I couldn't wait to play the game. Luckily again, my friend had lent me his copy that I could, and I had an absolute blast with it. And, if you ever feel like you're taking too much damage, maybe the enemies are kind of getting to you, do not forget you can go back to the world map. There's a campsite right behind you, and you can go, you can heal up there, and everything will work out for the best. Speaking of, Adol is poison, and I don't think I actually have anything that cures it. I have a sneeze that's going to happen, and I don't want it to happen during recording. There's a high chance that it's going to happen during recording. I apologize in advance. Actually, I get to talk about this too. Sweet Remedies give you 100 EXP. That's right, you can just gain experience in this game. Like, you can just consume it. And I'm gonna give 2 to Sahad. I'm gonna give 1 to Adol. They're all pretty balanced in their HP gauges, if I'm being real right now. I'm not too worried about them. being over-leveled from one another, because VIII does kind of a pretty good job of giving you a lot of experience and experience balancing. So I don't think I've actually explained this before, but if you're in an area where, or actually this is just kind of in general, it doesn't really matter on the area, certain enemies will give you a certain amount of EXP depending on your level. I think if you are weaker than them, they give you the amount that they normally give. And the higher level you are in comparison to them, I believe you gain less and less experience. I think that's how it works. I'm going to have to look into that. I just know the higher the level you are, the amount of experience you gain is actually, not, like, lessened, I guess, is the best way to put it. Here we have some larval enemies. I'm not really going over a lot of the enemy types here because they're your pretty standard dungeon stuff, but oh my god, these things are wrecking me. It's because normally I don't fight these things when I'm playing this game casually. Alright, we got a flexible branch over there. As you can see, there are giant pits that we can fall down. Yes, you can fall down, but you can also glide across them. And this is where, like, you can really start to see just how VIII's abilities can shine. Yeah, you could follow the intertwining paths here and there, or you could just really go for it and use your abilities to get across places that, you know, maybe you'd be too afraid to try in the first place. But with these movement abilities, you certainly can, and you'll actually be skipping, not skipping like as in game breaking, but you can know there'd be places that you could visit that you didn't think you could visit before, but now you can. Adol just died because I switched to him accidentally. I meant to stay Sahad, but it's fine. Actually, Adol dying there is, it's fine. We'll bring him back. And I actually want to eat this fish soup because apparently I didn't before, and I thought I did. But it's okay. But I think I mentioned this during the cooking tutorial. But yeah, certain foods can give you like different status boosts or like things like that. Here we have this vine-covered area that we just can't seem to get up there just yet. Which kind of sucks, but you know. I'll remember how to do that trick one day. Yeah, so we'll probably have to revisit this area in a little bit. In fact, if you come over here, we can see the exact same things. And again, it's nothing too major, but if you really wanted to, you could probably just do this. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love this dungeon so much because it really does give you room to play around in. But eventually, we are going to have to go downwards. And by eventually, I mean pretty much now. There's a lot of stuff for us to explore up there, but there's some chests down there as well that I'd like to go get. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, over here is actually where the story progresses. I don't want to... Oh, that was nice. Didn't even see that coming. I just wanted the treasure chest. Oh, actually, you know what? I think up here is someplace I actually do want to go. Now that I'm thinking about it. As you can see, we're getting like a whole bunch of ambushes happening, and that's kind of the whole dungeon. You'll be going into these areas, and these enemies will just spawn in and ambush you, try to catch you off guard. But as long as you're paying attention, and you're listening to like the small audio cues that play when enemies sneak in, you'll probably be fine. I think we actually can get up here, but I don't think there's anything up here for us to get. So you don't really need to, yeah, you don't need to waste any time. There's like environment that you can climb around too. So if you were really curious about what's over there, you can like jump over there, but it's fine. I need to make sure. Sahad doesn't have a third skill, does he? Okay, no, not yet. I thought he did for some reason. And yeah. Oh, it's weird. Alright, okay, well, let's head down here. Let's pick up this chest, which is a snake amulet, which is a pretty good accessory. It actually resists poison, so you know, I'm gonna give it to Adol, because I want him to be the one who's not gonna get poisoned the most. And speaking of Adol, I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do this without dying. There we go. There we go. We can get the defense elixir. Just like the power elixir that we drank before, this thing will raise your defense by 3. Let's give it to Sahad. Like I said, Sahad could always use the boost in defense. It's not always necessary, but like I said, it's nice of him just not dying every like 5 battles. You know, it is nice to be able to have party members, not have to worry about them too much. And Sahad is sadly one of those characters where you're not really going to be looking at the HP bar all the time because you think he's such a big lad that he could probably take it all, but and honestly, he can. He does get some major HP bonuses near the end, but I mean, you can see, I think now he has like 200 more than us, and that's with equips that we have with characters. But yeah, that could just diminish really quickly if you're not paying attention. And it's kind of the beauty of VIII's party system, right? Because as long as you're switching between members, like here and there, chances are KOs, unless you're being very dumb, like I am, apparently, you won't really have to worry about characters dying all that often. If you're careful, you switch them out, you can get to a save point without them dying. Because, if I'm not mistaken, if they're even taking damage, even when they have 1 HP, as long as you aren't controlling them, they'll never actually take the critical hit to die. They will remain at 1 HP. Unless you are physically controlling the character, they will not die. Which I think has always been a thing in the East games that have a party system, but I feel like that's wrong to say. I haven't played E7 in, like, a very long time. So, like, some of the things that I want to say, like, are factually true, just aren't. So, yeah, I'm just going to say it might be, and that's it. As you notice, we actually got a little fishing area here. That's right, this may be a dungeon, but we can still fish. I mean, come on, there's plenty of water here. We gotta try. Let's see what we can get. Ooh, this one's a fighter. We might actually see... Never mind. I don't think I have had a chance to yet show the directional pad, the directional inputs you have to do during this minigame. We caught a Garvis, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a new fish that we haven't caught before. Always a fun deal. And we do. I think this is the only place we have to go to now. I think we. Oh no, we haven't been everywhere else, have we? Yeah, we have, because we've been up. Yeah, we've been up there. So let's just move forward into the dungeon for now. Well, we haven't been everywhere because there's still some places we can't reach yet, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, we're heading into the room that is probably the most dangerous, and I'm avoiding looking to the left for a very good reason. Say hello to Garanga. This dude, it just sucks to fight. This is like the first big enemy you will probably come across that will rightfully mess you up if you are not careful. Luckily, I am just hitting all these guards that I need to, or all these flash moves, I should say. Couldn't get the guard quite yet. The main gimmick with this enemy here is he spews poison, so you want to be able to make sure you're not going to get hit by that. There is a healing crystal or a save crystal nearby, so if you feel like you're taking too much damage, you can't. Oh my god, it's so hard to get up. But this is the main thing you want to do with this enemy. We got a new skill for both Laxia and Sahad, and level ups. Oh me, oh my. Alright, let's go to Sahad's Grand Anchor. It's a big shockwave move. It's pretty cool. It does hit enemies around you, so you can, you know, set it up pretty cool where you can hit enemies in front of you, behind you. It's pretty neat. It's one of my favorite abilities with Sahad, at least that he gets in the beginning. And Laxia got a new skill, which I believe is Needle Break? Yes. Needle Break. I like this move, but I've never been able to successfully use it in like a lot of battles. As you can see, its impact is kind of meh. It's alright, but it's up there. Stun is actually in B++, which is good. But its break is double S, which means this ability has a high break rate, which is really good. It's really good. But the ability looks like this. It's got a long startup, and the area that it hits is not very big, so you gotta make sure that if you're gonna hit that ability, you're gonna hit it. I think that's the reason why it only costs 10 to use, because it's very limited in what it can do. So they obviously knew what they were doing. It's very like high risk, high reward kind of a situation here, and I'm all for it. It's fine. It kind of gives it makes sense with Laxia's like abilities and stuff like that. So whatever. Well, it seems like we got some people up ahead. Let's see if they're castaways. Hey, that's...
Ouch! My ankle! It hurts! What are you waiting for? Tend to my injury at once!
Please, be still. You seem to have sprained your ankle.
This is not a serious injury, but you just need to be safe, and but just to be safe, I'll make a splint for your ankle. Oh, why did this misfortune have to happen on I can't speak today, good lord. Why did this misfortune happen to befall me? This wouldn't have happened if the ship hadn't sank. Oh. Oh! Who are you people? How did you get here? These two look familiar. I'm pretty sure I saw them on the Lombardia. What? Well, that's some fancy get-up you're wearing. Who are you, anyway?
Who am I, you ask? You are in the presence of Sir Carlin, honorable noble of the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire? What about you?
My name is Kiergaard. I'm a doctor, actually.
Oh, a doctor. Well, you definitely sound happy. Handy.
Who are you folks?
Adol and the others introduce themselves and explain the situation. A cursed forsaken island? What is going to happen to us? A ship! I demand that someone prepare a ship at once. We must flee this island post-haste. If that was possible, we wouldn't be in this mess. So how'd you two end up here anyway? Well, when we washed ashore on this island, we stayed put and waited for help to arrive. But after a while, it didn't seem like help was on its way, so we decided to look for others. I never would have guessed that this island was completely deserted, though. Gotcha. I think I have a better idea of what's going on now. It's probably best we go with you to Castaway Village. Oh, how could this happen to me? Oh ho ho, you girl. Huh? Me? Based on your attire, you must be noble of birth as well. Tell me the name of your house. I am a member of House Roswell of Garmon. Garmon? Are you a provincial noble by chance? Roswell, you say? I believe I've heard mention of that family as of late. No matter. Daughter of the House Roswell, lend me your soldier. Why? So you may escort me to this so-called Castaway Village. I cannot make the trek on my own, for I have injured my ankle, you see. Now come along, Chop Chop. You can even carry me if it please you. That might prove difficult, Sir Carlin.
I'll take you guys back to Castaway Village.
What are you doing here? I happen to be in the area already, taking care of a few things. My eyes in the sky over here spotted you guys and told me you were nearby. Found Adol. Found Red. Oh, I see. I was about to head back just now anyway. I can escort these two to the village for you. But I don't wish to be escorted by a hulking brute like you. These guys need to focus on searching for other castaways. The only way we're getting off this island is if we all help each other. So could you please cooperate? Fine, let's get this over with already. So you don't need me to carry you? I'm perfectly capable of walking on my own, thank you very much. What a relief. That stuffed shirt seems like a real pain in the ass. Adol, can we talk before I go? It's interesting to me that you call yourself an adventurer. I like how it sounds. Yes, I think it's a fitting descriptor for you. Since you're an adventurer, I feel I can trust you with some pertinent information. There's actually a third castaway with us, but she chose to stay behind. What can you tell me about her? Well, she seemed like a composed young woman. I would assume she's still at the original spot where we washed ashore. That's concerning. Where's the spot exactly? We washed up on the shore on the other side of this forest. Could you please speak to her if you happen to find her? All by herself? Well, that's kind of sad. She's a very brave woman, but a woman nonetheless. I've been worried about her since we've left her behind. Understood. We will head out at once. Thank you. Please find her. Anyway, I suppose I should be off for now too. Thank you very much for all your help. He certainly has a doctor's demeanor. I imagine he'll be very helpful to us. Sir Carlin, on the other hand... Let's just get through this forest and find that shore. Sir Carlin has unfortunately joined Castaway Village alongside Kiergaard. Alright, let's get this out of the way right now. This guy's, like Sahad said, a real pain in the ass. Sir Carlin is an arrogant Roman numeral. I almost called him a Roman numeral. Oh my god. A Roman noble. Focused solely on his own comfort, he is dismissive of the challenges the castaway face. And as we've heard about Kiergaard, he's actually a calm, polite doctor with years of experience. No matter the situation, he always maintains his composure. He's just an asshole. I got nothing else to say about it. He's just very mean. And yeah, we actually got some new members to Castaway Village. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe we don't have any new quests at the moment. But I will be returning to Castaway Village relatively shortly. And, well, we got no place, we don't really have anywhere else to go except for Ford, so let's go. Ooh. This place is kinda mysterious looking. Wonder what we'll find. Welcome to the fray, Serpentis, or Serpentis, however you want to say it. This guy is what I would call the first real boss of Ys 8. This man will hit you with everything he's got. His movesets do vary. He leaps around a bunch, and he can sprout poison breath, which is, you know, not very cool. And of course, he's just a big old turtle. He's just a big old turtle. But what's interesting about this boss, and it's kind of a unique thing to Ys 8, I will say, he actually has 2 points where you can hit him. You can hit him on his head or his body. And if you go near him, he does like a whole snapping turtle thing, because I guess that's what he's like really supposed to. Whoop! Oh, I just got sent in the air from the big hit. I guess that's what he's supposed to resemble. He also has this projectile attack, which if you're not quick on your fingers, it will hit you. And as you saw, he has a secondary place that you can hit him, his tail. This is another projectile attack. This one actually is a lot slower and will home in on Adol or whoever you're controlling, unlike this one here. Switching it up because I want to be careful of what I'm going to be doing. Because like I said, if you are not careful, you will just not be paying attention and just, you know, really take the heat. And yeah, this boss is pretty much what it is. It's a big-ass turtle that you need to dodge, you need to be careful of the moves that are going to be coming towards you. But as long as you dodge, you pay attention to what he's doing, and you just, you know, you're just really careful with your moves and your abilities, you'll be fine. He's not doing the thing I want him to do, because he has one more attack that he's just not doing for some reason, which usually happens when you stand next to him, but, or next to his behind, I'll say. There it is, the big old tail slap. Yeah, if you stand too close to his tail, he'll actually just unleash that. And it's a pretty good way of getting the enemy, getting the player off him, but it's kind of easy to dodge. It's not that big of a deal. Ah, yes, now we have his actual ultimate attack, is he will just charge at you. I did get hit, but I wanted to activate this anyway, because I don't believe we've actually seen Laxius yet. And sadly, I'm not doing that whole bunch of damage, because I wanted to use a tail, but it's fine. But as you see, that just pretty much launched this dude to the stratosphere, and knocked him down a bit so he can go for the last clean hit, and bada bing bada boom, the fight's over. Relatively easy boss, but, you know, can still catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. And yeah, that is what I would call the very first actual boss fight of Ys 8. I know we fought the enemy in the caves, but honestly, this one put up much more of a fight. And we all leveled up, so, you know, we're pretty much max health. Glad we got Laxia to get the final kill. I don't feel like we've, oh wait, we fought the T-Rex. We fought the weird dinosaur thing. It's technically the first real boss, I guess. This is the first boss we'll fight in a dungeon. I'll say that. Let's head into this next area. Look. Is that a dead body? It must have been here long before we arrived. Judging by its attire, he was likely part of the same pirate crew as the other corpse we found. What's this? There's a strange pair of gloves near the corpse. Perhaps we can make use of them. Sahad, can you pick them up for us? Me? Men should take the initiative in situations like this. Well, if it's gonna help us survive. Nothing personal, dead pirate guy. Did I mention how much I love Sahad? Because I love Sahad. We got the grip gloves. Adventuring gear. Adventuring gear helps you progress through your adventure. It takes effect when equipped from the item menu. And we can equip that by going to the L2 menu and equipping it from there. Since we have those gloves, why don't we try wearing them? We're gonna anger the dead. We might as well go a whole mile. Pretty much everything I just said. So, yeah, adventuring gear. This is pretty cool. The grip gloves allow us to basically climb ivy groves, or I call them vines, but I guess they are ivy. Whatever. Basically, we can do this. That's right, we can actually climb the infinite now, which we haven't been able to do before. Now, you think I want to move forward, but that actually isn't the case. If you remember, on our way here, we came across a few areas where these gloves were kind of required to move forward, and I want to go and explore more. There's stuff to be found, and god dang it, I want to go get them. And in fact, I mean, we could go back to the start and do it from there, but honestly, it's just easier to kind of trek backwards. Yeah, let's mess around with these guys. Why not? Got nothing really else to do, so we can use the bonus experience, I guess. No harm, no foul. It's gonna be if I keep dodging at the wrong time. Jesus. Like I said, no worries. There's a heal crystal like right here, so you can just come back and heal, and you don't have to worry about the big turtle man, the big scary turtle man, might I add. This thing sucks. Like when I played this on Lunatic, this thing like two-shotted me. I hated it. Yeah, let's just try to. Oh my god. There we go. Boom. We got that. Actually still gave us some pretty decent experience. Not a whole lot, but enough. So, yeah, I guess that was kind of worth. Alright, so let's head back all the way around. Come back up to this area here. And if you remember correctly, I think there's actually a vine that we can climb, like, literally to the right of us. Yeah, so let's climb that. You can jump up and you can jump left to right. It's very finicky though, and I never recommend it. Like, climbing in this game kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Oh damn, I didn't even notice. Can we do that? Oh no, we can't. You actually have to go by the vine area to get that. Why is that the one place to put in? Well, actually, no. Like thinking about it, I think I know exactly why. That's like the one area they put an invisible wall in front of. It's very weird, but it's fine. The game's gotta have some rules, I guess. But I know there is an area over here that we can explore with the newly... Oh, I guess it's just like the areas that have like these stone hedges on it. Weird. I never really noticed that before, so... Could be like I'm just... Huh. Okay, I guess we really can't... Bruh, it's so weird. Why would they do that? Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's, I don't think there's anything to grab onto over here. Just want to double check. Yeah, we're gonna have to actually go back to the beginning. Well, the quote-unquote, beginning. There is a few things to explore in the next areas that we'll actually be visiting, so I will, be doing a little bit more of that before we actually, call the episode, finished, because we still got some stuff to do. Oh, God, do we? Oh, you know what? No, I think I'm dumb, and I think everything that I want to explore is actually... in the next area, so we're just gonna do that and pretend that I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? We're progressing. I came back and saved and got EXP. We didn't travel. Pff, you're nuts. I could fish here, but realistically, we don't really need to right now. I will do that on our final trek through this area, I should say. And yes, when I say final trek through this area, you will kind of understand what I mean. We will be in this area for quite a bit. Alright. So obviously, giant tree trunk. We could push it down. And we can make a path. But there's something down there. There's something down there and I want it. So let's get it. In this chest is a very, very important item. Spiral manual. Manuals are basically things that you can use to learn skills for a character in your party. This one is specific to Adol. And if we use this, he will learn Tornado Sword. Tornado Sword. When you look at it, it's kind of average. It's basically aerial spin, except with the less of a plus to next to the C. But Matt, why are you excited about Tornado Sword? I hear you say. Are you a big fan of Mega Man 8? And yes, but that's unrelated, because what Tornado Sword does is this. It creates a giant tornado, and it stays for a pretty dang long time. And the reason I love this ability is that it is such a good trapping ability. Like, if you're dealing with a group of enemies that Adol can take care of, you launch that, and you can easily get a group of like 4 or 5 or however many enemies are behind you or in front of you, and it just traps them in there, and you're free to use the rest of your skills to your heart's content. You can even switch out a member and just go to town on them. It is absolutely a phenomenal skill that like I love so much, and I feel like it's very underappreciated. I didn't really appreciate this skill until I played it again. I played this game again on PC, and my god, like, I used it so much throughout my entire playthrough that it almost felt criminal to do. We come over here, you can actually push this tree down, and now we're back at the beginning. If you remember correctly, this is actually where we started the dungeon. Apologies for the cut. Whoops, I opened the save menu by accident. Apologies for the cut there, I had to answer something. But yeah, as you saw there, I just used the ability, and it was kind of nuts. It gathered all those enemies in place, and if they're weak enough, they get stun-locked by it, and it's kind of insane. I cannot talk about how good this ability is for, like, beginning of the game. It's so versatile. It can be used in so many situations that honestly, it's just kind of nuts. I'm probably alone on all that. I know some people who've played this game that said it's not that great of an ability, but oh man, if you just abuse it, it's kind of nuts. I also want to make sure we don't have any quests at the moment. I don't believe we do, so good. I was hoping they were gonna like start charging me, but I guess not. All right, here we got a couple of enemies that we're gonna have to deal with, sadly. Well, if we don't have to deal with them, I want to deal with them. Like I said, getting EXP in this game is always a plus. Like, it's never a negative. If you can just take your time and like fight through these guys, I mean, it's always kind of worth. Just don't be mean and be bad and get hit by dumb, stupid stuff like that. Oh my god. Zahad's wake up is so like I don't even know how to explain it. It's so off. Like it just feels so weird. There's the break that I was looking for. Alright, well, Flaxia just leveled up. That means Adol and Zahad are gonna level up, and I'm not that worried about it. Over here, there's a chest we can get, but there's sadly some enemies we have to take care of. As it is with most video games. So as you can see, the ability I just used right there, Needle Break, it nearly broke that enemy, and that's something that's strong against Flaxia. Can you imagine if you used it on something that actually has her weakness? It's kind of insane. Ah, okay. I'm so happy we got two of those. You have no idea. Let me go see what we just got. I know it's right here. The Lacrimosa resin. This goddamn material. It's not that rare of a drop, as you can see. Like, the rarity is not that big. But I have spent literal, and I mean like literal hours trying to get that drop sometimes. It's not that it's hard. It's just like the places I think you could get it at the beginning of the game are like few and far between. So like I spent like an hour just trying to get that one drop. Like it's kind of insane. I'm also just very unlucky sometimes, so I know that's what like really amounted to all that, but good lord, it hurt. It hurts sometimes, I gotta admit. This is the other tree you can actually get it from. Bro, I have 3 now. I think that's actually the amount I need. This is some like let's play curse. Something is gonna screw me over in the end, I know it. This is what I mean by tornado. I almost called it tornado hold because I made the Mega Man 8 reference before. But man, Tornado Sword is just so dang cool. It's such a good ability. I love it so much. People need to use it more. That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And if you're wondering, yes, it can be used in air. It actually stalls Adol in the air for quite a bit for some reason. I don't really know why, but I guess it's just how like the ability is used. It's kind of neat. Well, this episode... If we go into this next area, something's going to happen. And I think I want to save that for the next episode. So I think that's what I'm going to do. This episode's a little short, and yeah, this dungeon's probably going to be 2 episodes long, give or take. It might be a little longer, depending on how recording goes. But, yeah, trust me when I say that what lies beyond this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way that we can go, that leads to the Rainbow Waterfalls, is just going to lead to something that is going to torment you for the entire game, and I can't wait to show it off. So until then, Zahad, we'll get you some res bud, we'll get you to a waypoint, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.